Despite continued calls to come to the negotiating table, North Korea continues to express no interest in talks. The regime stance is this, that Seoul and Washington killed the dialogue atmosphere. Woo Jung-hee helped us read between the lines.
North Korea was quick to respond to the arrival of the additional F-35A stealth fighter jets in South Korea on Wednesday. On Thursday, Pyongyang's foreign ministry released a statement criticizing Seoul's, quote, arms reinforcement. It stressed that South Korea, despite the North's continued warnings, is now bringing in F-35A stealth fighter jets from the U.S. right after their joint military exercise ended. The Seoul-Washington exercise, combined command post training, ended on Tuesday, and two F-35A stealth fighters arrived in South Korea's Cheongju Air Base on Wednesday. Another two jets will arrive this week, bringing the number of the jets owned by Seoul to 8. The North said the moves were, quote, increasing military hostilities from South Korea and the U.S., which kills the momentum for dialogue and pushes the North to look for ways to deter the threat. Pyongyang added it still hopes to resolve the issues peacefully through dialogue and negotiations, but that it's not interested in dialogue that accompanies military threats. Hopes were that North Korea would come back to the negotiating table with the U.S. once the Seoul-Washington joint drills ended, just as Kim Jong-un told President Trump in a letter 2 weeks ago. But the North, for now, is continuing a streak of condemnations against South Korea and the U.S. However, speculation is that working-level negotiations between Pyongyang and Washington could take place in early September. That after the North holds its parliamentary meeting of the Supreme People's Assembly next week and determines a stance. Woo Jung-hee, Arirang News.